Kia ora, friends. On the road to Jerusalem, three people commit to following Jesus. He responds with clarity about the cost of being a true disciple, setting our priorities, and knowing our purpose as his followers. Let's read Luke chapter 9, verses 57 to 62 together. As they were walking along, someone said to Jesus, "I will follow you wherever you go." But Jesus replied, "Foxes have dens to live in, and birds have nets, but the Son of Man has no place even to lay his head." He said to another person, "Come, follow me." The man agreed, but he said, "Lord, first let me return home and bury my father." But Jesus told him, "Let the spiritually dead bury their own dead. Your duty is to go and preach about the kingdom of God." Another said, "Yes, Lord, I will follow you, but first let me say goodbye to my family." But Jesus told him, "Anyone who puts a hand to the plow and then looks back is not fit for the kingdom of God." Now, we might think that Jesus is being harsh and not encouraging their choice of following, but he gives clear expectation and understanding of what they are committing to. The first person zealously says he's going to follow Jesus wherever he goes. I think we all prayed that prayer with gusto as well. We didn't fully understand what it meant, just like this first person, eh? Jesus, knowing their heart, answers in an unexpected way. Foxes have dens and birds have nests. It's their place of security and rest. But Jesus doesn't have a den or a nest or a home. He's saying that following him isn't a fancy, foxy life. It isn't all high flying and smooth sailing. It's going to be tough. Plan on it. Jesus then calls a man to follow him, but the man puts Jesus off because he has to bury his dad. Sounds understandable. Jewish tradition allows delaying service to the Lord in order to give a proper burial to your parent. In Jesus' response, he isn't dismissing this tradition. He's saying that his calling is much higher. Extending the kingdom of God is an urgent priority. The fields are white unto harvest. Then another man said he'd follow Jesus, but he had to say goodbye to his family. Essentially, yes, I will follow you, but not now. Give me a bit of time. Jesus says that no one puts his hand to the plow and looks back. If you look back whilst you're plowing, you will surely lose your focus going forward. And we know what happened to Lot's wife when she looked back. Jesus wanted him and us to look ahead with our eyes like flint towards our purpose and calling. Jesus knew what going to Jerusalem meant, and he obeyed and carried his cross. This is the heart of being a disciple of Jesus. We're called to follow, to count the cost, to prioritize the urgency of our high calling, and to battle on carrying our cross as we share in his suffering. We don't know how those three people responded to Jesus, but we do know how Jesus responded to them. Now, we can choose how we will respond. Will we follow him fully? Yes, we will. Amen.